What is up, flock? Feenix here, and welcome back to the following Sim 17 FS 911 garage update video. Now, as I discussed in my yesterday's video, my Feenix moment from yesterday, I have been a little bit down and out physically. I've had some back problems, and one of the only things I can do is sit around. So I have taken that time to work on my Duggan Hills pack, and I am proud to announce that I am down to just 2 trucks. I have 2 more trucks to finish for the Duggan Hills pack, and it is done. And they're about 50% done each. Okay, I'd say the tower is more at a like 60%, while the Freightliner is currently at like they're probably closer to 60%. Because I have to do all the lights. The Freightliner is probably gonna be the next one I finish, because it is simple as just lights, and I've already started working on the lights on it. Whereas the tower, I'm gonna have to take the cab back in the blender so I can texture it a little bit better, and then I have to figure out what's going on the windows. So if any of the modders out there who are watching can tell me what's going on with the disappearing windows, I'd greatly appreciate it, and how to fix that. But nonetheless, in that time that I have been kind of confined to either bed or chair, I managed to complete 2 trucks. So the command vehicle, and I don't think that was finished in the last video. No, it wasn't. So the command vehicle's done. The reserve truck is done, and I actually have gone back and did some minor work to 4 of the other trucks that are now in the state that they will be released in. I'm not doing anything else to those. So once I complete everything, I have a list of things I need to go back and fix on the other trucks. So I'm probably going to finish engine 4 and then go back and wrap up some of these other problems, and then finish the tower. And then I'm also working on other projects for the pack. So Peyton has finally realized that he has put too much on his plate, and he has kind of asked everybody else to work on some stuff for the county station. And since I don't know how to model, and I can't model the stuff that he wants already, I decided to add some trucks. Like, I'm just adding work. I'm not helping him out whatsoever. I'm just adding work to what's already there, and I'm gonna try my best to help contribute somehow to the county department by adding I got 2 trucks in mind currently, so it's gonna be total of 3 county things that I'm working on. So he has sent over all the color scheming and the the font that he's using for Covington County, and the logos and everything, so I can finish my trailer, which is going to be my first county unit, and it's going to be stationed at my station. So it's actually going to have the 75, where the other one's going to have the county station number, which is 79. So the first one I want to show you guys is, it's very early on. So there is, like, I have to take some of this stuff back in the blender and remove some stuff, like the handles here. I want to keep the handles here, and then of course these handles, so I have to go and remove those in blender. But this is a very early, like, I just did this maybe in like 20 minutes. And I was so excited for how it's looking already that I was like, I'm putting it in the video. I don't care, I'm putting it in the video. So we took the FL80 cab off of Ethan's tanker, and we put it on a frame that is part of the Covington County pack already. And as you can see, I do have to fix it some. Again, this was this is a 20-minute job right here, right? But already I like how it looks. So we're gonna do some more work to this. Trust me. But this is gonna be a part of is it Urban Search and Rescue? I think okay, it's USAR. It's gonna be USAR 79, and I think it stands for Urban Search and Rescue. They have I believe they have one. I can't remember what station it's in. I've tried to go back and find this. I want to say it's either a Spartan or E1. It's yellow and white, and it's up in the northern station. And that's where I got the inspiration. And I just started searching around, and I found a Los Angeles County one that uses the Freightliner cab, and I was like, I like that. And it's got a trailer that Peyton's gonna hook me up with, so I can finish this project. So right now I'm focused because I have the cab and frame in hand. I'm focused on that. I'm gonna try to put like a diamond plate bed or box over top of this. I'm gonna try to accomplish that. I'm not making any guarantees, but or at least over this part here. This part can remain like it is, but at least over top of this, and maybe put like a compartment of some sort here. I don't know. I have to see how the trailer sits on the truck to see if I even have room for that. But I think it's going to look nice. And the other one I have in mind is I don't know what to call it. But I was going to do like a if there is a Spartan rescue cab out there, like a Spartan rescue truck of some sort, and I don't know, somehow it's going to be a part of the county. Don't know. Maybe it's going to be like a Spec Ops 79, I guess. I don't know. We'll see how it goes. But I've added 2 trucks to the list, but that's not a part of my department. That's a part of the county department that we're working to make it extra special. So anyway, moving on. I haven't done anything to these 2. They are exactly as we left them last time. I do have an idea in mind of how getting these to the goal, the finish line, and we'll talk about that when we get there. Right now, they are as they are. So let's go around back and talk a little bit about what I've completed. And don't worry about the Harrington trucks here. I can't wait to get those worked on. So that's why they're sitting there. They're my next projects. But let's come back here to Duggan Hills. So first off, 75-1. So I removed the reef from the front. Aretha Franklin is gone. And I added Duggan Hills. The Duggan Hills gold leaf to the front. It was just red there. I did add Duggan Hills, and I have gone back, and you'll see as we move on. And I also removed, there was a little hidden something down in here. I removed it because now that someone is working on the truck, or Peyton was working on a Spartan that I really wanted to do it on, that's going to be featured there, and it's it's not family friendly. So anyway, I decided to remove it, but this is how it will be released, just like this. So that's done. Next up is 75-2. Again, Aretha Franklin is gone, and that is the only thing I did to it. So I did take the Duggan Hills was already there. So I took the wreath off of it, and it's done. And then next up is 75-3. So again, I added the Duggan Hills gold leaf to the front. I was a bit hesitant on this one because how it like indents there, but I looked up pictures of American LaFrance Eagles. That's how they are. A lot of them have it written so it goes with the bend. So I was like, screw it, I'm gonna go I'm going to do that. And oh, I didn't realize you could see through the floor in this. So I did add a flooring to a floor to it, so you can't see through the ground anymore. So makes it a little bit better in my opinion. But this is how it's going to be released, unless I can find a way to fix that. If anyone knows how to fix that, feel free to let me know, because that does kind of bug me. But other than that, this is how it'll be released. And then lastly, the last one we had is Tanker 75. I went ahead and I took the wreath off of it, just like I did the other two. And I did add the Duggan Hills gold leaf to the front. I just took it off here, put it here, and Bob's Your Uncle. So that's how it's going to be released. So everything else here, with the exception of the reserve truck, has some work to be done, I believe. And the brush. Everything else has work to be done. So rescue here is gonna, of course, we're gonna remove the wreath off the front. We're gonna add Duggan Hills and gold leaf to the front as well. I do have to put the darker Coronas on it, so it does still have the lighter Coronas that have like a whitish hue to them. When it's done, it's gonna look more like this, the darker over the lighter. So I do have to switch the Coronas out on that. And I'm currently adding rotators to it. It's going to be the same rotators that are on the reserve truck, and those rotators will also make it onto the tower ladder. So though that is, I do want the older trucks, everything older than the American LaFrance will have rotators on it. So the American LaFrance does have its the custom light bars that have the rotators on it. The Sutphens are newer. The 75-1's newer. The Freightliner is going to be newer, and then of course all the pickups are newer. The rescue, the tower ladder, and the reserve truck are all older, so they're going to have rotators on them. That's how I made the decision. So we're going to swap the LED light bar. We're going to keep the LEDs on the rest of the truck, because in the storyline when they I guess refurbed it to be Rescue 75, because this is in the storyline. This is the old 75-1 when they replaced it with the new 75-1, which is a 2024. The 1994 Lance went through a refurb to be a rescue truck, and they replaced all the halogens with the LEDs, but they kept the rotators on top. That's my story, and I'm sticking to it. So there is that. Now for squad, I have to figure out the reverse lights. I thought I went in, I had them hidden for some reason. I never unhid them, so I have to unhide them. I want to take all the pickups are going to have the sirens and horns from the brush, so I have to change the sirens and horns on this to the ones from the brush. And I have to add the floor, which easy peasy, as you can see. I did it on 75.3. Same with the utility. It needs engine. Yeah, okay, so I need to put the engine sound on this one, as well as the sirens from the brush, and it will be in its release state. Now, the CV75, it needs an engine sound, because it is currently a diesel sound. It's got to be a gas sound, so we're going to put a gas sound on it, and of course change the sirens. But it is done. I didn't show this off last video, but we have the lights. It works. We have added the directional bar, which the lights might need to go back a little bit. We have all the lights for it, so it is done. And also add side scene lights, which aren't the prettiest, but they work. So there's that. As you hear, it's got a diesel sound, so we're going to replace it with a gas sound before it gets released. So it's on the list to change. And then we have the beautiful reserve truck, which was the former Tanker 75. It was replaced by the Sutphen and kept around for a reserve engine. And as you see here, look at that. Look at them beautiful rotators. Thanks to Henry. I took the light bars from Henry's dashes that he released at Christmas time. I just changed the lenses to red and changed the white rotators to red, and boom, and there you have it. It is so beautiful. It is so beautiful. But yeah, so that is done. And also we do have the scene lights all the way around. Oh, I love it. I love it. It doesn't have front. Oh, it does. I have to take that off. But everything else, boom, done. So it's finished. I do have to go back. Oh, actually, I'm waiting for Lurch to send over the fixed the fenders here, or the whatever you want to call it, fender flares. There you go. He said he was gonna send them over. So when he sends those over, I will replace those, and I will take that front scene light off that doesn't do anything. So we're getting closer. We're getting so close, so close. So left to do. Let's wrap the video up with what's left to do. 75.4. Let me get my list back out. 75.4 needs the finished texturing, which is just slapping the texture on the door. I'm not gonna be able to put. I might throw like a Pierce logo on the front of that. I think the new engine in Gatlinburg does have the Pierce logo on the front, so I might slap a Pierce logo on the front of that. But yeah, I just have to add the engine 75.4 to the door. That rhymed. I am going to take one of these ladder racks off, because I don't think it's 2 ladder racks. I think it's used for something else. I don't know, and there's no pictures of it. So I'm going to take one of the ladder. I'm going to probably take the left ladder rack off and just leave the right one, and then I'm going to have to figure out and move that out some so it's not colliding with that. And then I have to add all the lights. And I don't. Okay. Well, we have so something in the Covington trucks that here, let's see. Let's go ahead and sell that off. Does it still do it? It does. Let me sell. Hold on. I got to narrow this down. Let me sell that off. Still doing it. If it's just something that's in the game, we're going to have problems, because it wasn't the issue. So let's sell off. That's still doing it. That's still doing it. I don't think I had the issue when I had all the Harrington trucks in. Yeah, okay, so it's gotta be something that went wrong with the Coveting trucks being added in, because I had the Harrington trucks in there and it wasn't doing that. So I gotta figure that out, and maybe just switch, like export this to another mod, unless I can if someone can figure that out. That's a bummer. All right, so I need to do lights and sirens for this. The texturing's all done, and I got to figure out what's causing that issue. And then the truck, that thing needs everything. It still needs body work done. It needs paint job. It needs its other half. So there's a lot to do to that one. So then we have the Covington County Spec Op 75 trailer, which can be at the station. I just gotta do all the texturing for it. It's already got lights on it, so I don't need to switch that up at all. And that will be done. The South Dakota Highway Patrol. I'm just gonna switch the lights, so they're red and blues instead of all reds or red and whites. Swap those to red and blues, and it'll be done. And maybe if I complete all this and there's still work being done, I will see about adding more to the South Dakota Highway Patrol. I'm not even going to worry about doing a Duggan Hills at this point, unless it gets way left behind. But we'll see how it goes. This is bugging me. That's really bugging me. I got to figure out what's causing that. But that's going to do it for me for today, guys. I hope you guys did enjoy the update, and I hope you guys are happy that we're getting closer to the finish line. Everybody else is wrapping up other projects, and this is gonna when this does hit, it is gonna be a huge pack and probably melt some computers, because I mean there's so much gonna be to it, and it's gonna be awesome. It's gonna be huge. But anyway, that's gonna do it. If you guys did like the video, do me a huge favor, leave a like down below. It does help me out so very much. I do appreciate it so very much. If you guys do want to see future Farming Sim 17 FS91 garage update videos, be sure to hit that subscribe button. If you guys want to be notified whenever I do a live or upload a video, click that notification bell. And as always, guys, thank you so very much for watching. I'll see you guys next time. Bye.